up, guys? Mardi Gras Man 23 here, and today I'm going to share with you my top 5. You know what? Let's make it 6. This is my top 6 tips for when you go to Florida to Universal Orlando. Now, a lot of people like to go to Disney every year, Disney World, Disneyland. Disney World is probably the main attraction, but my family and I, we prefer Universal Orlando. It's a lot more affordable, and it's a lot more family friendly. I mean, if you have little kids, take them to Disney. But as your kids get older, Universal Orlando is so much more fun. So here's my top 6 tips. This is a bonus tip. First one I'll tell you, this we're not even going to count this one in the 6. Skip the lines. Buy all your tickets online. When you get to the park, there'll be this huge line to buy your tickets there. You can get better deals online. And when you get there, you already have your tickets. There's kiosks. You go swipe your card, print your tickets right there, and then you go right to the, it's kind of like a will call. Then you go right up to the line. You skip that line of purchasing your tickets. So here we go. So let's count them down. So the first tip I'll tell you is pack a bag. That's right, pack a bag, guys. They have a bag check at Universal, but the bag check is in the central hub from the parking garages. There's like 3 or 4 different parking garages. They all feed into this central hub, and that's where you have the bag check. The bag check is actually a check for City Walk. So pack a book sack. You can put snacks in it. You could probably put sandwiches in it. You could definitely put water bottles in it. Somebody has to carry it. It's not that big a deal. You could take turns trading the bag out. All the rides that don't allow bags have free lockers. So there's no extra expense there. You just go to one of the free lockers, shove everything in, get on the ride. It's waiting for you when you come out. So definitely pack a bag. And as an added tip, freeze your water bottles. That's right. Stick your water bottles in the freezer the night before. When you wake up in the morning, they're rock solid ice cubes. Stick them in the bottom of your bag. When you're walking around, you'll feel that cold on the bottom. It'll cool you down. And then it'll also, as it melts, you've got cold water throughout the day. Pretty clever. My wife came up with that one. So that's number 1. Pack a bag. And like I said, pack anything you want in it. You know what they're checking for is security measures. They're not looking for water bottles because it's in the city park, and City Walk. And you can take anything in the City Walk. It's like a big shopping mall. All right, number 2. There is an app now. It's a Universal Orlando app. I'll try to put a picture of it on the screen. And that app tells you all the wait times of all the big rides or the rides with the long lines in the park. So it's pretty cool because you just open that app and at any time you could see how long the line is for the Spider-Man ride or how long the line is for the Harry Potter ride. And you can kind of venture around the park and go to different places based on the line times. The park is in a big circle. So once you familiarize yourself with it, like I said, we've been there 5 times or 6 times over the last 10 years. So other than changing the rides out, it's pretty much the same. It's a big circle. So it's easy to go over here and you see a ride with a short line, you go back to it and you go to the next one. So that's tip number 2. Download that free app. So let's get to number 3. Number 3 is the single rider line. Don't be afraid of the single rider line. Some of the rides might have a 45-minute wait or an hour wait. You know, we have in our party we had 4. Take the single rider line. You'll be surprised how many times you get up to the ride and it might be 4 to a seat and there's 2 people and they'll fill the line with 2 people from the single rider line. Can't tell you how many times that my daughter and I were able to ride together. And sometimes you might not be in the same seat, but you'll be on the same car. So you'll ride in the ride together, just not sit next to each other. It's a way to expedite through the park, to see all the rides and to do everything. So use that single rider line. Number 4, if you're a Harry Potter fan, in Diagon Alley there's Ollivander's wand shop. And there's always a long line outside of it, and it's ridiculous. I've often told my family I don't understand why people wait in line to get in this wand shop, because the wands are sold throughout the park. They're sold outside at a wand cart. They're sold up front at the main gift shop. I never understood why people stood in line. Well, the reason they stand in line is because there's actually a wand experience. They take a few people in, and you get to see Ollivander actually select a wand for one of the individuals in the party of the group that they let in. Well, I didn't know that until this year. But here's the trick. In the brand new Hogsmeade, there's also a wand shop, and that wand shop is called, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, I'm going to butcher this name, it's Wands by Gregorovich. And they have the same experience, it's just different characters. Now when we went, we had 4 in our party, and we had 1 other person with us. So while the line was ridiculous in Islands of Adventure at Diagon Alley, at Hogsmeade there was nobody in line. It's almost like it's hidden because nobody knows about it. You go into the wand shop from the other side, but down past the door to the wand shop, there's like a little alleyway, tunnelway, and that is the entrance. And you go in there, and there's a curator or a guide, I guess, and you have to wait with him, and then he takes a few people back, and you go into the actual area where Gregorovich comes down, and he goes through his little presentation and selects a wand for you. So skip the line at Diagon Alley. If you want the wand experience, do it at Gregorovich's wand shop in Hogsmeade. Believe me, you won't be disappointed. So, the next one. Now, this is a hidden one that we found out this year. My daughter actually found this on the internet. There are 2 hidden tours. That's right, 2 hidden tours. So this is a 2-for-1. So if you are in Universal Studios, there's a Twister ride. And all you have to do is at the beginning of the ride, there's a host, and she funnels everybody to where the line is for the Twister. And it's actually not really a ride, it's a walkthrough experience. But if you tell that guide that you want the VIP control room tour, what she'll do is she'll get on the intercom or get on her walkie-talkie, and she'll call somebody to either give you the tour or to take her spot so she can give you the tour. Now, when we went, we actually went and we did it, and then the next day we went back and we took my wife, and we had the same person, but she called somebody else. And what they do is they take you backstage, and you get to go up in the control room, and you get to see the controls for the tour. You get to see all the security cameras, so you can see everything that's going on. And then they'll let you sit in there and watch the whole ride or the experience reset, which is really cool. And then if you have the right guide, what they'll do is they'll run you down ahead of the crowd, so you're right up front and center. So after you've learned everything about it, they tell you all about the different TV screens and the controls and the history of the movie and the history of some of the clips that are in the movie presentation that they show while they're doing the Twister. Then you get to run outside and you get to see it up front, reset, and then you get to sit through it. So it's really cool. But then there's another one. If you go over to the Men in Black ride and you do the same thing, there's a guy, he's telling everybody, right this way, single rider lines that way, no bags, go check your bags in the locker. Well, if you tell that guy you want the immigration control room tour, what he'll do is he'll do the same thing. He'll either take you on the tour or he'll call somebody to take you on the tour. And inside, when you go through the Queen, through the line, there's a part where you're upstairs and you look down and you see the, I wish I could remember their names, but there's a couple of aliens at this big computer desk, and there's a big screen TV, and there's like an empty vacant office. And the line goes around the upstairs and you look down into that. Well, if you ask for this tour, they will actually take you in there and you can walk around all the animatronic aliens. You can see the lockers, you can see the desk. It's really cool, and you could just have your way with it. As long as you don't damage the big aliens that are animatronics, you can stand in there for 5 or 10 minutes, take pictures. You see a lot of, I've got a video that I'm going to put a link to. It's going to be like a private video, but if you want to see it, it's my vacation video. You click that link, and as you're watching it, you'll see some of the pictures from that tour. You can't take pictures in the Twister control room, but you can take pictures in the immigration control room. So it's really cool, and I hear that they're starting up one on the Jurassic Park and Islands of Adventure, but we didn't get a chance to ask about that one. So I don't know if that's there or if it's something coming. So be sure to check those out. It's really an extra, makes you feel like a VIP, especially when you're down there taking pictures and you've got the line up above and everybody's looking at you wondering how did you get down there. And if you haven't ridden the ride before, a lot of times they'll ask you, have you been through the ride? And they'll let you go through the ride with kind of like a free express pass, either before, or they'll get you to ride it, and after you ride it, you'll wait for the guide. So it kind of just depends on how busy the park is or what's going on. But they won't turn you away. They'll definitely take you on those tours. So that's it. But I said 6, so here's number 6. Hang on one second. Okay, I promised you 6, so this is a bonus. It was going to be a top 5, but I didn't want to leave this one out. So what they have going on now is you purchase this cup for, I believe it was $9.99. There's actually a meal package going on. It's a pretty decent deal for the meal package. It's kind of, I don't know, it's worth the value. But then you have to add the cup on, which is worth it because you pay $10 and you have free drinks all day. But they have these refill stations throughout the park. And you know how these work. The refill station is like the one you see in Wendy's. You go in there and, man, I can't remember what it's called, but you select what you want, the flavor you want, and it's, you know, that big vending machine, fountain drink machine. Well, anyway, this cup has a chip in it right there. And that computer chip can be refilled every day. So every day, for like $1 or $2 cheaper than the actual price of the cup, you can recharge this thing every day. And it's good for 24 hours, I believe it says. But the park's not open 24 hours. When you bring it back the next day, it's always expired. So, I don't know. I guess that's their way to cover the whole time of your stay. But anyway, so you put this cup under there, and it reads your chip, and you can get a refill. And I think it won't let you do unlimited because I guess it would prevent somebody from just filling it and pouring it in another cup. So you have to wait, I don't know, I think it's 2 minutes between fills. But anyway, I stumbled upon a little secret. The ice in the water in those vending machines is free. You don't need this cup to get ice. You can walk up to that machine with any cup and get ice out of it. Because you don't need this computer chip. The computer chip has to sit down and register. But the ice, you just push it in and get your ice. And then also the water, I don't know why, but if you hit the water button on there, the water's free. I mean, water should be free, right? So there you go. So that's my top 6 tips for when you visit Universal Orlando. I don't suggest that you buy the hopper unless you really want to ride the Harry Potter train. But I will tell you that, as with anything, the more days you buy, the cheaper they get. So if you're going to buy a few days, you might as well buy the hopper. I mean, the pass we bought 3 days, and we got a 4th day at Wet n Wild free, and it was a hopper, and it actually turned into a 14-day pass. You got, instead of getting the 5th day free, you got 10 free days. Now, who has a vacation for 14 days? But you don't have to go every day, and we were able to go 5 days, and even if you just want to go there for a few hours, the only drawback is paying for parking. One day my wife actually dropped us off, so we saved the parking price. But anyway, so that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope this is helpful to you. Leave me some comments. Do you use any of my tips? Do you know any other tips that I left out? Do you know any secrets? Those tours are kind of like secrets. They're out there on the internet, but nobody knows about that. I promise you. Not too many people know about it. It's really easy to get them to do it. And I will tell you, this will be another tip. This video is going long, but it rains every day in Florida. It's almost as bad as Louisiana. It rains every day, it seems like, in the summertime. And a lot of those showers come in the evening, and the park closes at night. So just hunker down, ride out the shower, and the park will start to filter out. And in the evening, the park it's probably 25% of what it was at lunchtime at 1 o'clock. So it's cooler at night, it's less crowded at night. So my suggestion is to definitely stick around and weather the storm. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Check me out. Follow me on Instagram at Mardi Gras Man 23. You would have seen all the vacation photos I was posting when we were there in June. It is July, so hopefully all these tips work. Let me know. Leave me some comments. Tell me what your thoughts. And until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Oh, and if you want to see my vacation video, click the link. Hope you enjoy it. See ya.